all you have right now. I think they're going to cut down on the volume. They're going to try to streamline things. They're going to pick a few plays. Maybe it's duo. They call it their gap play. Inside zone, very similar. Get some double teams going. Get up to the linebacker level. Try to create some room for your big old running backs and hope that they can break a tackle and maybe create an explosive play on the ground. Maybe that sets up an explosive play through the air via play action. And based on the results that they've had so far, that kind of thing's going to occur somewhere in the middle of the field. That's where your quarterback works best. Let him work it and work it and work it.
5-point plan includes points, as you heard there in that clip from Phil Perry, but also, just to recap, got to run the ball inside.
Yeah.
Got to lean on heavy personnel packages.
Ooh.
You've got to get under center.
I said that this week.
Throw to the middle of the field, which is the last thing you heard in that clip. And Phil Perry is now back in studio with us. Hi, Phil.
Hey, boys, what do you think of the plan?
I just from listening to you, you don't sound very sure that they can actually accomplish any of these things.
Oh, no.
Your tone is one of hopes and dreams and not one of confidence.
Well, listen, when you're scrounging around for statistics where they aren't 32 out of 32, 31 out of 32, 30 out of 32, all I'm looking for is middle of the pack here, baby. So, run the ball inside. Why? Well, because according to Sports Info Solutions, when they run, inside zone or duo zone, so you're talking about typically between the tackles, double teams at the line of scrimmage, working up to the linebackers at the second level. Since the Jets game, when they run those two plays, they're 16th best in the NFL at running those concepts. Okay. It's not last in the league.
Right.
Any port in a storm. Like that's the kind of thing you might have to try to do over and over and over again in Vegas. Now, on paper, the matchup for that this week is actually pretty good. I asked Bill Belichick about getting the run game going this week in Vegas. He said, well, they're one of the best run defenses in football. So, and they're not. They're not. If you look at the statistics, they're really not. They're 24th, I think, in EPA per play against the run. They're 25th in success rate against the run. They allow all kinds of yards after contact to opposing run games. They're bottom 10 in the league in that statistical category. So this is a good week to try to get that run game going. And that's why I sort of headlined the plan in general, Zoe, muck it up. Because if you can run it inside and then throw play action over the tops of linebackers, like down the field, over the middle of the field, that's the one place on the field where you've actually had some success. So maybe those two things, you put them together, you try to run them as often as possible, and you can score some points this week.
And as Phil points out in his story on this on NBCSportsBoston.com, when Mac Jones throws between the numbers, between 10 and 19 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, right? This intermediate area that you're referring to in the middle of the field. He has an EPA per play of .78, which is 11th best in the league. And his success rate to that portion of the field is 76.5%, which is 7th best of all quarterbacks in the NFL. That right there is the sweet spot for him. Quarterback rating of 100.1 when targeting that area. That's pretty good.
So if you could just live in that little box, right? 10 to 20 yards down the field between the numbers, it's very specific. Highly specific.
Take what they'll give you.
You don't want to go outside that area, but if you can hammer that one little area, you're one of the best quarterbacks in football.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem sustainable.
However, this is why in your mind's eye, this doesn't stand out from having watched the Patriots through 5 games. Throws to that area of the field have only accounted for 9% of the Patriots' offensive plays. I think they're missing something there.
Well, now that is, I think, a product of what defenses are doing to you as well, right? You're seeing a lot of cover one. The Patriots on a percentage basis see more cover one than any team in football because defenses understand you can't beat us on the outside. You can't beat us down the field. So why would we do anything but play one-on-one and dare you to throw it outside? And we'll crowd the middle of the field. You want to throw to Hunter Henry and Mike Gesicki? You want to throw to Ramondre Stevenson, get your backs involved in the passing game? Your quarterback likes to operate in the middle of the field because he doesn't have to push it to the boundary from across the field because he might not have the arm to do it. No. We're not going to allow you to do that. So we're going to play one-on-one on the outside, and we'll flood the middle of the field with all kinds of bodies, linebackers, safeties, defensive backs, to make it hard on you in there because we know That's the only area of the field where you might be able to hurt us. So how can you fight that? I really don't know. Until you start to make a few plays on the outsides, though, right? You're going to continue to see the same defenses over and over again. And until they start to beat them, I don't know how you get teams out of that.